Let's get right. 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 You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Deala T. And this is No Filters. Always appreciate you hitting that like button for me. Subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode. And sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat. Get you something to drink. Get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Cause you see the title, fam. What? Let's get into this here.
Officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present.
Let me tell you something. Y'all call Gunny a snitch over this.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kidd? Is a music label and a game. And you have personal knowledge that
Poppy Pad in the building. Sleep Ooze, I see you. Nene Love Savvy TV in the building.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which were in higher. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge?
Get well soon, Lord.
Statement. I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the game to the detriment of my community. YSL as a game must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes. But y'all forgot when Young Thug agreed to these same time on him rap, and his own brother did too on phone. They all took pleas in order to be released on 15 years probation. But then Young Thug got out and called Gunna a snitch and tried to end his music career. And y'all ran with whatever way I'm saying. And all these rappers and podcast ass niggas sided with Young Thug in attempts to label Gunna a Sammy the Bull. What? And they made Young Thug look like a John Gotti. Well, Gunna ain't a rap. It's the opposite way around. What? Young Thug is definitely the biggest snitch in Atlanta right now, and I got the footage. He was caught in 4K doing the same thing that he said. Young Thug in the interrogation room for over 2 hours, and Young Thug told them people everything he knew. I mean everything. He even made them order him food and goddamn cigarette and the goddamn blunt, the goddamn top. And he got mad with them because they put mayonnaise on it. Young Thug, the same one y'all call Big Slime, Wham, whatever he face, and told on P.B. Roscoe. But he ain't have nothing to do with it. He commit all kind of crime, break the law every day.
This motherfucker running from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This nigga was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This nigga fucking damn shot this nigga to us. I ain't finna.
Then he started going off on Birdman saying,
Shout out Sleepy Ooze. I appreciate you, family.
Lil Wayne, all this money, something about $30 million he owed Lil Wayne, and he was trying to figure out why Lil Wayne
the build
money if we ain't owe him no money.
I was like, just put pressure on Bird, like, what the fuck ain't gonna come to shit with you? You know what I'm saying? And then Bird was like, and Bird had got it, and then Wayne did it.
Damn. I thought y'all be in the same. I thought y'all be in the same like studio, same.
Hell no. This nigga will never come to the studio. But coming to find out, it was never because of me, because of Bird.
That's crazy.
I don't even think I think his Bird putting me too hard, and then he don't like it because you know Birdman always been with him. Birdman always like been on him and he's scoring. So I'm like, is he seeing that Birdman fucking me too hard? So he's like, he don't like me. But that's what I was thinking. It is not that. It was this one thing paid him. Him turning 3 or 4 albums, he ain't got paid for the album. You know, got $7 million on
I'm on in the building.
And then,
That's weird. That's weird.
man, I just be looking like, bro, what the fuck, bro? I don't even let they say points to when you owe 30, 40 million, huh? Million? It's not no 30, no thousand, 1 million. You owe that 30 million. What the fuck are you doing? You broke? You nothing, man? And it's crazy. They told me when it's because he said, he always says his son, I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna even lie and act like the other nigga. Wayne act like he hate Birdman. Wayne like, Wayne, I don't see video, fuck Birdman. He a bitch. Fuck. I'm not cash money, only on money. But Birdman always is, but he never been a cover. Birdman's on the cover. He always like, me and him around here, be like, because he raised me like, I'm sorry, it's just the truth. Man. But he always said it was about the album. He like, man, you know, they get crazy about the music. He just want to drop his fucking album. Tell him that Buzzy, he gotta bring me a single before he drops the album. That's what he was beating up in us. But it wasn't that, he ordered for the album. He ain't paid him. And then Wayne didn't ever tell nobody till he came out with the little mixtape. And on the mixtape, he said, he was like, oh, no problem, I didn't want my money.
Which one was that? That was,
Lil Wayne song.
yeah.
Lil Wayne Coco. He made it, yeah, Coco.
Yeah.
The Coco.
Yeah.
He made it, you seen on the internet, when he just performed like those,
No. Where was that at?
He was in the club. Somebody go jump it.
I'm saying where, you know?
It's on all of them. Yeah,
No, which club? Which club?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It said Wayne, get drinks thrown at while performing Coco. I'm like, huh? Maybe this is somebody who they know, somebody who heard them know. They somebody throw the drink on stage. He was like, and just walk off.
And you gotta keep in mind, this around the same time when they was calling Young Thug the new Lil Wayne. They say that was Birdman, new Lil Wayne, and they were rolling out like that. So people were assuming that Young Thug had issues with Lil Wayne, but according to his 2-hour interrogation snitch confession,
Get better, Lori.
he had no personal issues with Lil Wayne, and it seems that Pee Wee Roscoe just targeted Lil Wayne tour bus on his own. Now, because according to Young Thug's testimony, he didn't order that hit. Now all y'all be picky, choosy, Susie about who y'all label real and fake and who rats and snakes. But where I come from, money don't make you real. Young Thug said,
That's real, Mona.
why didn't them people
We gonna keep it
told
moving.
him everything he knew?
Appreciate
He
it.
ain't got out and tried to pay Gunner as a snitch to get a lead on the situation. So when this footage came out here, he'll be far ahead of the game and he'll got his money. His man worked. Cause y'all really put police next to Gunner every chance y'all got. Young Thug went in that goddamn penitentiary and got fat. Voice don't sound the same. He don't look the same. He on stage, can't even perform no more. But he know in the back of his mind what he did so he could duck that time. He the real snitch. When Young Thug got out, y'all made him look like the street Jesus Christ, man. And the truth is, Thug ain't only a rapper. He a big slimy snake too. Never trust a man in a goddamn dress that's using a light-skinned single as a decoy when he was just outside crossing legs with Lil Uzi's skirt. I ain't never trust Young Thug. I knew it was something fishy about Young Thug. I knew he wasn't built like that, man. Ain't no real Rico built like that. That man like men, man. I'm telling you, only men that try to get back here out here to other men talk like that in front of the police like that, man. Yeah, that's what's going on nowadays. Y'all better stop paying Gunner and the snitch. Y'all just got the 4K foot. This is real live public records. You go look it up. They just put it problem of death. I did the research. I had to bring it to you first. Now y'all got to stop playing with Gunner name like that. The man made better music than Young Thug. The man done got out he got their weight training better than Young Thug. The man gonna outlast Young Thug and he gonna outsell Young Thug because he's just better than Young Thug. The man just got a better mind than Young Thug. That's the real Atlanta Lil Wayne if you really want to know the truth. Gunner the truth, man. I got to put respect. I got to take back anything that I ever said negative on Gunner because really and truly, he just did what they did. He took took a plea that they took to get 15. All of them got the same amount of time. 15 years probation, because the state is sitting back doing a Birdman hair rub, waiting on them to violate so they can get them 15 years. They don't care about them getting out here doing the music. They know that you're going to violate. Just like Boston Richard just got out. They know you're going to violate because you're going to go back to the same crew. You're going to go back and do the same shit you used to do. And that's a violation and a termination. And now they got you in the stick. Young Thug snitch. But y'all comment below. Do y'all think Young Thug a snitch?
Man,
do y'all
hold
think
up.
Gunna a snitch? I want to hear your thoughts, man.
Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. You already know you in here with your boy Deala T and my family, no filters. Let's act like we know what's going on here, fam.
You see, when
Let's get right, fam, because this getting out of hand. For those that don't know, in the back, you heard what he said. Young Thug in the situation.
the streets is dumb and the rules of the streets.
The man in the situation, and at this point, he got no ever stood up for you. Voice for him, whoever even heard his music. It's one of the moments, boy, where you gotta look at your hand and say, what can you do? When we talking about smacking the out of his face. His gal, his manager, PR, security, engineer, your partner them, your brothers, your cousins, your rap buddies, your other 4 rap buddies, your partners back in the day. Everybody should line up single file and just put their hand out there, and he should just run his face into everybody's hand, one by one. Bop, 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 bop. That boy deserved. I can't even think right now what that boy deserves. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking in here for real. Don't get it twisted. We in here Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. It's your boy Deala T. Let's go.
Thug has found himself in drama that could be career ending, and he has nobody to blame but himself. He's learning 2 really important lessons simultaneously at the same time. One lesson that he's currently learning today: the streets is dumb and the rules of the streets are stupid. And the second lesson he's learning is exactly what damn near everybody in the history of Earth has learned, and that's witch hunts are disastrous. Witch hunts are not good for anyone because they're not sustainable. Witch hunts usually and almost certainly blows up in your face. You see, when there was a Salem witch hunt, you know why it didn't work? The same reason why the rules of the streets don't work. There's too many gray areas. When people, were being arrested and persecuted for being a witch, what was the criteria? How do you prove the person was a witch? Because they walked funny, because they talked funny. It was a gray area. People at some point will just making up things. And that usually blows up in your face because once there becomes no criteria to be a witch and the only criteria is an accusation, well, eventually everybody becomes a witch and everybody gets persecuted. Same reason, when we were out here sending communists to internment camps. There was no real criteria. There was no real way for us to dictate who the communists are. They just sent 120 Japanese people in 1942 to internment camps with no clear definition of if they were really communists or not. When it comes to the streets, there's no clear definition of what a snitch is. Some people say a snitch is if you ever gave the police any information whatsoever. Some people say if you gave information that led to an arrest. Some people say if you talk to the police at all. Some people say you could snitch on dead people to get off. Some people say you can't snitch on dead people. Some people say you could tell if it's a self-defense case. Some people say you can't tell if it's a self-defense case. There's too many gray areas. And what we're currently seeing is there's an incentive right now for a witch hunt. There's incentives for YouTubers and other people to make videos, do as much research as possible, trying to find anyone with some type of gray area there so they can YouTube channel by calling people snitches. Same thing in the streets, right? There's an incentive for if you don't like somebody, you can use a gray area and get them labeled a snitch and pretty much ruin their public reputation. In the likes of Young Thug, what Young Thug did was he don't like Gunna. So what he did, he labeled Gunna a snitch. He told a lot of important rappers like Lil Durk, and Lil Baby, who could have been some really pivotal collaborators for Gunna, but he got out of jail. Gunna's a rat, we don't like Gunna, and it was the good old boys club in the industry pointing at Gunna saying, he's a rat, we don't like him. Gunna didn't write a statement on someone. Gunna didn't give the police anything that was used in Young Thug's trial. But because Gunna pled guilty, and Gunna did a routine plea deal that everybody does, Gunna was labeled a snitch by Young Thug. Young Thug criteria was, I don't care if it wasn't used against me. You pled guilty and said YSL is a gang. You saved yourself and you left us for dead. Well, in the case of Young Thug and Gunna, the criteria is, if you tell the police anything, it's snitching. Young Thug has now found himself in a situation where he's dealing with his own snitching accusations, and I'll be real, when you hear what Young Thug says, if we're going by Young Thug's own criteria, then
Mama K in the building.
Man who shot up two buses belonging to rapper Lil Wayne pleaded guilty and accepted a 10-year prison sentence. He had until today to take a deal. Channel 2's Cobb County Bureau Chief Ross Gabbard live outside the courthouse with why the DA's tough stance on gang cases may have persuaded the gunman to take the deal.
Man known on the streets as Pee Wee or Roscoe will spend 10 years in prison. The district attorney here in Cobb County believes the gang problem's getting out of control in Cobb and really the metro. We told you about a case last week in which his office asked the judge for a 350-year sentence in another gang case. So it's likely Jimmy Winfrey saw the writing on the wall.
I think it was best for the client to do this and avoid the massive risk if he were to lose even on a single count in this case.
Manny Aurora believes his client, Jimmy Winfrey, could have beaten most of the 27 charges in the indictment. But the prosecutorial mood against gangs and gang members in Cobb County is tough.
Anytime you say the word gang and there's an African-American individual, prejudices.
Lil Wayne tour bus getting shot up in Atlanta while he's beefing with Young Thug and Birdman at the time. Bro, everybody in their mouth knew that Young Thug and Birdman was involved. Detectives knew they were involved, which is why they spoke to Young Thug about this. And the interrogation footage, audio I should say, the interrogation audio from Thug being questioned about this actually resurfaced. And it makes Young Thug look crazy. So the police was actively investigating Birdman as well, because they put out documents and correspondence alleging they have reasons to believe that, that Birdman and Young Thug solicited, the Pee Wee Roscoe to do this, right? They even mentioned how Roscoe was on the phone with Birdman like minutes after the shooting. At Birdman and Young Thug, well, mostly Birdman, I should say. Well, during the interrogation of Young Thug, which by the way was voluntary, Young Thug voluntarily showed up to go through this interrogation, right? He didn't have to do it, he voluntarily did this. But during the interrogation, the police began to ask Young Thug about Birdman's and Lil Wayne's beef, which if they're asking you about their beef, at the same time, they are putting out correspondence, they believe Birdman is involved, you should stay quiet. You should stay silent by Young Thug's definition of what a rat is. Well, Thug proceeded to break down the public things we knew in such a, Young Thug and Wayne is having money issues. But then Young Thug draw the police attention to lyrics by Lil Wayne, where Lil Wayne is alleging he's at war, and if Birdman comes for him, he's gonna go out like the Scarface of 20 Montana. Young Thug told the police, hey, did y'all know Lil Wayne made a song on his mixtape a few months ago, before the shooting, that if Cash Money and Birdman come for him, he's gonna go out like Tony Montana. And he's aware that Birdman has an army. Why would Young Thug say this to the police if Birdman is a suspect in his tour bus shooting?
Come to find out, him and Birdman got problems because he old. Because on the mixtape that he dropped, when he said on one of the songs, he was like, I don't want no problems, I just want my money. Birdman is an army, I'm a one-man army. And if that nigga coming for me, I'm going out like Tony. He said those exact words.
Come on, Scarface. I know Scarface. See.
Like Birdman is an army.
Okay.
He said Cash Money is an army. I'm a one-man army. And if them niggas coming for me, I'm going out like Tony.
Gotcha. Scarface, the lady said Scarface. Yeah.
But he also said, I don't want no problems. He said, I don't want no problems. I just want my money. So everybody caught on like, oh, you owe him. And then a couple months, like 2 or 3 months after he dropped the mixtape, you heard TMZ and all like he sued Birdman because Birdman owed him for albums. And then everybody, that was when everybody was like, oh.
If you give the police information and their reaction is, oh my God, we missed that, I can't believe we missed that, Tony Montana, oh yeah, Scarface, oh yeah. You shouldn't be telling them that information. That right there is the only proof you need that you shouldn't be telling them. If their reaction is that, you just messed up badly. Young Thug shouldn't have brought Birdman up, not one bit. And Young Thug knew Birdman was a suspect in his low-wage tour bus shooting. It's public information. In the Cobb County paperwork, they accused Young Thug and Birdman, all right? They alleged that Young Thug and Birdman were involved in orchestrating the shooting of Lil Wayne's tour bus. Young Thug and Birdman. Young Thug does an interrogation, essentially putting it all on Birdman, letting them folks know Lil Wayne did say Birdman got an army, and if they come for him, he's gonna go out like Scarface. Why are you telling the police this? It's crazy. Now, if you also pay attention, the driver of Lil Wayne tour bus actually sued Birdman. He sued Birdman for this shooting. That's how well known Birdman's involvement in this was. So bringing Birdman up to the police at all is kind of crazy. But it didn't stop there. Young Thug also told the police that Pee Wee Roscoe sold Lil Wayne drugs.
This motherfucker running from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This nigga in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? It's so weird. This nigga, they shot this nigga to us. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block. I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe wouldn't do that. Say no, Roscoe? Man, sure. That fool. I'm like, you shot this man, bro? Well, I don't fuck, because every day nigga, bro, fuck off. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
There's a lot more instances in that 2 hour.
I ain't in the building.
But just off of these 2 clips, people are on social media calling Young Thug a rat. They going crazy, bro. Young Thug public perception, reputation has been permanently ruined. And I don't care what y'all say, bro. Young Thug can't pop it no more as if he's Rap K. That era is over with, bro. He can't pop it as if he's Rap K, bro. He can't pop it as if he's like the symbol for what a real street ninja is. That's not the case. Young Thug standard, Lil Durk standard, and everybody else's standard has always been, when you in the police presence, you're quiet. Thug said a little too much. Now, from my perspective, the common sense, the gainfully employed perspective, I wouldn't consider that snitching. But from Young Thug's criteria for what snitching is, by his own criteria, he's a rat. Now, Young Thug and his team, they decided to go on social media to respond back to this. I don't know why, because all it did was make him look a little bit more crazy and guilty. But you could tell Young Thug and his team is absolutely panicking. They even started to throw out conspiracy theories as if there's a collusion to make Young Thug look like a rat. Young Thug's reasoning for why he's not a rat is apparently because they didn't play his interrogation video in court. He says they didn't play it because he helped his brother. #ratware. You know who interrogation video they didn't play in court? You know who interrogation video they didn't use against Young Thug? You know who Young Thug is still calling a rat? You guessed it, Gunna.
So as the defense team over there for Yak Gotti, you don't see an issue with Gunna saying that this is a game?
I'm not happy that he said it, But you know what? I can explain that to the jury. And his lawyer knows I can explain that to the jury. And we did, over and over again. Max and I, everybody, we all explained it to the jury. And you know what? The jury understood. So what Gunna did didn't hurt us at all. Didn't hurt us at all.
Wow, that's a heavy statement.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm saying it because it's true.
Right.
He didn't hurt us.
And you played in between the whistles, so you know. You know.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
Look, that entire trial, that 2-year trial, nothing Gunna said ever came up before the jury. So how can I hurt Yak?
Yeah.
It didn't.
What Gunna said never it never got in front of a jury never heard it, but somehow Young Thug came home from jail, and all he's done is call Gunna
Casey in the building.
Diss Gunna on Twitter, make Gunna out to be public enemy #1, as if Gunna like went to that court, took the stand against him. So this criteria cannot exist differently for different people. The criteria must be the same. If the criteria is not snitching, if it wasn't used against you, then Gunna ain't snitch. If the criteria is if you talk to them folks and tell them information and use a rap, then it looks like Thug, you might be a rap by your own criteria. Now, other people who Young Thug has also pissed off since he's been home, they've spoken out against Young Thug since the situation has happened. You have YSL Mondo, he made a video, and he has called Young Thug a rat officially.
A nigga that beat him up, a Rico. Nigga come home, still talking about, oh nigga, hey, nigga rap, nigga. Bro, that's God. That ain't never God. Biting you back in your ass. Because you probably been thankful that you just beat a life sentence and a Rico.
Brittany in the building, Renee J, I see.
But instead, he still coming out pushing the rap narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Then he came back and bought some bitch in the ass. That ain't key. The thing is, too, though, he brainwashed people. He still got motherfuckers on the bitch talking about, and you heard what y'all on either. You got motherfuckers talking about AI, and did that and third. And, oh, he ain't rapping nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and like Gunna rap from saying, yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a nigga a rap by saying, it said Roscoe shot the bus up. And then a nigga like Roscoe get 10 years behind this shit. And you just got on the index my didn't rat on you? Boy, your ass, the brainwash is sickening. Y'all niggas eat daddy figures and y'all niggas be sitting back waiting on something good waiting on something to happen. Like, you don't stick around, maybe get something out of it, something did that in life.
I'm not surprised that Pee Wee Roscoe, the man that Thug was talking about in his interrogation with the police, I'm not surprised not one bit that he's online. I'm not surprised not one bit. What else would he do? What other option do he have? I'm sure Thug is paying his bills. I'm sure Thug is looking out. Yo, Pee Wee Roscoe is a multi-felon, don't have any life skills, don't have a trade, don't really have a career that we can look at as a viable option to pay his bills. What other option to ride Young Thug's coattail and have Young Thug pay his bills? You come out and try to stand up and say, yeah, Young Thug riding on me, bro. Back to the homeless shelter you go. It's over with for you. Over with. But Pee Wee, not only did he come out to try to defend Young Thug, he then tried to divert the attention to other Atlanta people, claiming the only rats out there is Rollo, YSL Duke, and Gunna.
We're gonna put it on the tape. And he told, he said my name, already told him. Yo, Roscoe won't do nothing like that. Yo, Roscoe sell him weed. Roscoe, y'all nah, man. Come on, man. He ain't never put me on the scene or no crime or attach me to no crime. If anything, he helped me. That could have cost me him. So come on, man. Y'all got to be crazy. See, that, you feel what I'm saying? Nah, man. A rap is that shit. Now, like, you see what's going on. You can't buy me. You can't pay me. Come on, man. I'm just like this Infinity. Third eye open, man. You feel what I'm saying? Well connected. Overly restricted. My mama couldn't do that and that shit done. You feel what I'm saying? You know how good it felt nigga till I told, I stole, I rolled. You feel what I'm saying? They said everything about Pete. You know what I'm saying? I told them I'm a G. Come on, man. No, so let the politics what y'all doing. Y69 ain't no good. Y'all ain't no gun. Boston, Richie, all these right up in the game, you feel what I'm saying? That on road and told, ain't got on this stand with on demand. Yeah, that ain't, come on, bro. I'm looking at him every day. Y'all let me on the stand say tripping. And that tripping about that, man. Come on, man. I love you, Jeffrey. You kept it over the real. Out of 30 months. And on the one I can look in the eye, you know, by law, you my only co-defendant, man. Come on, man. We still here with no till, man. Maybe we stormed out of bruise. Now I see the world is totally confused. Come on, man. I'm gonna get into the raw as the oyster, man, on the shore. You dig what I'm saying? Not in the water, but that living. Yeah. Hey, the Ross called tomorrow was going up. The paperwork part, it really been too long. I'm gonna show you, no, Thug ain't no snitch. I'm gonna show y'all what snitch is tomorrow. I'm gonna show you in black and white with no spot. If y'all, I was saying,
You better shut it up in here. Some of my ear just running, just yapping. You know he's snitching on somebody. Look how much talking he doing. Just running his mouth. Ain't making no dang on sense at all. Just running his mouth. Let's get some more in here, fam.
Sergio good, this person good. Why? 6ix9ine ain't good. Go do a song with him. Y'all might well all rack up as the rap model. Yeah, that's the politics. Waking up every day, worry about what Jeffrey Lamar Williams doing, Spider, who's shooting. Come on, man.
A lot of y'all gotta understand this as soon as possible, especially if you're one of the dummies who are in the streets. Ain't no rules to the streets, y'all. Listen, man. Street dudes been selling off the streets for a bag for a while now. And this is just another occurrence of the streets selling out their morals and principles for a bag. Of course what Young Thug did was bad. But of course Pee Wee can't say that. It's the same way. Hey, bruh, a lot of rappers go to, like these gang-filled areas like the West Coast and other places, and they never shot nobody, never did no dirt with them, didn't grow up with these people, but they get to join the gang because they got the bag. This is what's going on. Now, he's talking about black and white. You know what's black and white? Young Thug, at the end of the interview, telling the police, hey, I'm ready to tell y'all whatever and talk to y'all and give y'all more information. Here's my personal cell phone number, but please, 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 whatever I tell y'all, you can't make it public. That's bad.
This
Yes, sir.
promises, make promises. Just will keep promises. Whether you anytime you ever ain't gonna know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. What you want? Yes, you can.
I don't get no number.
Well, give it to me. You can't just have me.
Shout out to Keith with the 199 donation in the super chat.
Telling them that is even worse. Once you take into the account that Young Thug has been accused in the past by a really reputable First 48 detective, David Quinn. He was accused by David Quinn of getting in the back of David Quinn's car, giving information about a murder off the record. And when David Quinn and the prosecutors try to bring David Quinn on the stand to testify, Young Thug attorneys tried their hardest, filed I don't know how many motions to make sure that David Quinn don't get at the paperwork I'm looking at currently. You will see that Young Thug and his team of attorneys says, yo, he's not telling the truth, Judge. Judge, he's not telling the truth, Judge. He shouldn't be able to testify because he's not telling the truth. But now that we look or we hear footage of Young Thug telling the detectives, here's my personal cell. Please just promise whatever I tell you, you won't make it public. Do you believe that Detective David Quinn would put his reputation at line, especially when you think he's putting his reputation at line to lie on Young Thug? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do y'all think? Y'all think Young Thug?
Hot water heaters.
Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video here.
This is heat.
Why goons are threatening?
Hold up, wait a minute. I know hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We got to cook in here. There's no more Young Thug. It's no more Young Thug. You understand me? There's no more Young Thug at this point right now. And see, this is so more disgusting and embarrassing because it's just no code to live by no more. We came up on the code of the streets to live by. This is the only way you live by. A lot of us didn't come up with your daddy in your house. I did. So we always learn from the streets. That's it. Learn from the streets. Dope fiends, cluckers, crackheads, call it what you want. It was a bunch of names. Point I'm making is we learn from the streets. Because in our community, Everybody knew what was going on or how we get money, how we living, and what we doing, the way we doing it. And we stand tight-knitted because we don't want them people all in our business. Street code is no more street code, fam. And really, to be honest with you, it was never like it was a code that was stamped on the street or on the graffiti wall. No. If you from where I'm from and you understand what you've been through, there's a silent code of the streets that you know, that you just know. And we all know rule number 1. Snitches get stitches, like Poppy's past said. You better remind somebody, because the code is only what we uphold. The code is what you keep in your mind and what you say, that you know what you've been taught. The code will always stand if we enforce it. And because we have not enforced it, because we ain't saying nothing, because we just letting it happen, they done broke the code, fam. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Code. And we just be letting stuff happen. They done broke the code now. So now it's up to us to discipline those that break the code. But are we going to do it? Are we going to let Young Thug act like that and turn right back around and act like, oh, that's just false, that's a lie? What is a lie about a camera right there on you watching us talk? What's the lie there? You can't AI mode that. What? And we know that if it walk like a duck and if it quack like a duck, damn it, I bet not see him in a gas station or somewhere at a club. Boy! First of all, I'm going to say quack, quack. And then I'm going to go smack, smack. I'm getting put out the club. I'm getting locked up. Because I'm not letting it happen and breaking the street code that I was born on. You ain't even got to snitch on me. Just let me know you snitch. It's a difference if you're snitching, but it's a difference when you open up your mouth and tell somebody what's going on so they can be informed, understand, and be aware. Make a decision.
TV interview coming tomorrow. I'm gonna slaughter Young Thug, the streets, Lil Baby, the hip hop community, Woody, all of them. Shout out to YFN Lucy. Shout out to YFN Lucy. You the man, boy. You and your crew the man. Hey, listen, I'm gonna slaughter Young Thug. I got the Antoine Daniels tonight. I got Big Bang Saturday. I got Say Cheese TV tomorrow. I'm gonna go and run with this here. Thanks for that, Andy Thug. Thanks for that, Andy. I'm gonna go and run. Say, I'm coming down court behind the back. I'm gonna go and run, man. Ooh. Say, listen, I prophesied this. Right now, Say Cheese TV is looking at all the open hills. I told y'all Young Thug go tell it. I told y'all. I am the new prophet. Y'all the new prophet.
Man, I told y'all, man. Told y'all Charleston White wasn't playing. Y'all thought I was playing her. But look, I don't cap to y'all. Y'all know we finna get right into it. Let's see what y'all...
Skeptic in the building where you're being, get comfortable.
Listen, I have destroyed the hip hop community. I have single-handedly, me and Lil Woody, but not Woody did, I started first. I have single-handedly destroyed the hip hop community. You can't deny that. You have the right to remain silent. The street niggas I used to watch before, they said, I don't want to talk to nobody, fuck you talking to me, so take me back. You gonna bring and tell, first thing they tell you before you sit down is, you do know you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have a right to attorney. You have a right to have an attorney present. Right then and there, you don't want to talk no more. We don't talk to police. Man, what really, I'm gonna call Scarface. Scarface got a whole song talking about, we don't talk to police. I thought, man, what is he gonna talk about? A 2-hour interrogation And you mad at Yak got it. You mad at Gunner. Gunner don't have no interrogation tape. And everybody mad at Gunner. This is what I tell y'all. Hip hop is fake. They pick and choose. Come on over here, young thug. Turn your jersey, young thug, and come on over here and sit down with the tattletale. You didn't take the stand, but you took. Come on over and come tell everybody. Everybody gonna tell at some point when they get in trouble with the law. You can't beat the lizard out. You cannot beat the lizard out. I know I can't beat the lizard out. I know that before you cannot be voted. The only problem in life is watching the bunch of more wealth. I don't know how to steal. You fucking be up by the bitch who fucking both of them. Ooh, this is slime. Loose thug. I know you heard the saying loose whips ain't shit, don't you? This is why y'all ship sunk. The whole YSL team was a loose lip for boys. They weren't just talking in the interrogation room, they was talking on record too. Confessing on record. The Lord. Say what's up? Say this.
And see, this takes me back to, again, another street code message that we know. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. You understand? See, that's another thing too, because a lot of things change. Hit that like button, subscribe. We about to cut. A lot of stuff changed when these little ain't nobody want to get punched in the face. Let me say that again for the people in the back that need to tell their kids or their sons or nephews to go sit down somewhere or go outside and boot up. Because it's so funny how they start picking up these guns because don't nobody want to be touched. But then all of a sudden y'all want to go run around and act like you're tough and go shoot around, but you can't sit there for 1 second and just shut your damn mouth and tell the police you don't know nothing for an hour. You can't even do that. But you can pick up a gun, shoot at everybody, but you can't fight. You can't fight, but you'll go snitching to the police about something somebody did with you, with your dumb ass. See, it's so funny too because it was like, back in the day, man, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Back in the day, if you was even so ever to even be in a police car, if you was in a police car and you wasn't in that car like this, but you just in the car like this, and you riding past, oh, the next time we see you, fam, we gotta ask you what you was doing in the car. Why you wasn't back there in the back seat smuzzled up like you finna go take that ride forever? Why was you riding smoking a cigarette in the back seat as if you finna go holler at him about the whole hood? We living in a time where good is looked at as bad and bad is looked at as good, and every day, right here at No Filters with your boy Deala T and my fam, we so here to see and remind you that the changes of today affect your kids tomorrow. That is the only reason we're here. To remind you that the changes of the day affect your kids tomorrow. So that means our kids finna be out here acting tough, big bad bullies, but then when they get caught, they ready to sing. Like they Whitney Houston. You hear me? You can tell your kids now, you better go sit down if you ain't built like that. You want to be out here acting tough? You want to be out here and act like you got it made? You want to be walking around with your partners doing what everything y'all doing? But don't nobody want to fight. Somebody touch you, you melt. You need to tell them about the street code. That's what you need to do. You tell them about the street code, because the street code is how we all get back to where we was at. You understand? You tell them about the street code. You go back and you tell them about how we was taught. So we can save their ass. You tell them how we was taught. That's how we save the kids, fam. Because everything they teaching them today, woo, when I tell you, just like the word of God said, my people perish from lack of knowledge. Hell, that makes sense just hearing it as I'm just hearing it. They ain't even got to be in the word of God. I can just hear that, just period. My people perish from lack of knowledge. That means my people dying from knowing nothing. So it's a reason, and it's so important that we're here Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. with your boy Deala T and my fam here at No Filters. Hit that like button, subscribe, cause we cooking. Real quick, family, don't forget, last day raffle, $2 raffles. The last day that one female, one male will definitely win a No Filter shirt signed by your boy Deala T. You all know your family in here, but definitely $2 raffles. It's the last day tomorrow. Winners will be announced. As always, I appreciate you all, family, for your support. My day ones, you know who you are. My day twos, you know who you are. And my todays, you know who you are. Hit your like, hit that subscribe. We cooking. Let's go. Shout out to Mona with the $10 donation in the Cash App. It's always love, family. You know who you is.
I ain't got a call, but they ain't got no
Diddy Love Savvy TV.
I say, eat these ass up. I ain't thinking how you thinking, niggas. I think, therefore I am. You see the kind of thoughts feels? I think, therefore I am. You gay ass thoughts make you gay, niggas, because they know gay thoughts. You trying to push them off on me. I don't accept them. I'm going to eat them up tonight on the internet. Ooh, this is going to be over. Ooh, I'm going to rock. I'm going to shake the hip-hop community. I'm going to shake it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. So I was waiting for this, man. But
So I want y'all to understand why I'm playing this video right now. Specifically, this video specifically. Because right now, I'm playing this video because I want you to understand that this is the humiliation that's going on right now. This one individual human, him alone. Him alone. So think about all these billion of people around the world that knows of this. This is exactly what's being done. They're talking about how they're going to cook till they burn. And then he digging himself even more deeper of a grave. That's probably why his shows have been so depressed. Why his shows have been not interesting. Why his shows have not seemed like he's even happy for being out. If you actually see Young Thug, which I have not even really seen, but I went past the video. Shout out to Smith in the super chat with the $2 donation in the super chat. Families always appreciate it. I scrolled and I see Young Thug doing a birthday performance in Miami club. And as he's rapping, he on there rapping like he rapping like he just talking like, you know, I done been in my day, I done been in my day, you know, they want my head. They want to see my day, I mean, he looking like he's scanning the crowd as if somebody's going to jump out on him or something's going to happen because you snitch. Meanwhile, Gunna having shows and everybody at the show repeating his word. He up in there dancing. He didn't even got to say the song. He did. mouth about nothing. His conscience is okay. He know who he is when he looking in the mirror. You understand me, young thug? That's called guilty conscience. Let me say that again for the people in the back that know what that's like when you feel what you done already did wrong and now it's got to hunt you. That's called guilty conscience. You can't even have a great show because in the back of your mind, you've been snitching. And it's only a matter of time for we all find out. I mean, he can't even rap his song. He just... And everybody back there behind him, Quavo, Lil Baby, G Herbo. I mean, all the rappers you know, they all back there behind. They all back there behind him just... All that. All that. And y'all back there with a snitch. Ooh, you better hit that like button, subscribe, and here. Street code. You better tell your family about it right now. You hear me? That's all we got. We live by, die by. Let me say that again. We live by, die by that street code. That's all we know. That's the only way that our people have been able to survive off of everything we've been through in our lives. That's the only way. And Young Thug has added to the list of snitches that has broke that code. He will never be accepted again. He will never be accepted at the table. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in here. If you know who's snitching, you better tell them. Shut it up in here.
Bro, I'm tired of y'all. I'm finna block. I got the block button on this one. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't saying nothing else. This is like having another.
Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking in here. Gonna make sure we understand what's going on in this thing.
Facebook feed, YouTube feed. I mean, man, bro, this is a story that has flooded the airwaves today, and it's actually been brewing up the last couple of days. I saw academics, and then I saw Trap Laura Ross speaking on this situation, and you had a guy like Trap Laura Ross who, he's not from no projects, nothing like that, but he does all this hood content. And I mean, he was kind of going hard on this issue. And now I've seen that a lot of content creators online, a lot of social media creators have gone in on this interview or interrogation, I should say, with Young Thug that has been made public. Now, for you guys who don't know, there's an interrogation that everybody's talking about that the police had with Young Thug. Young Thug, in his interrogation, he's getting criticized by a lot of people because they're saying that he is one of the main ones that's going at Gunna for snitch allegations when they said that Gunner testimony did not directly get anybody indicted. But, people are still around with this snitch jacket on Gunner.
Now trip off this though real fast. Everybody was looking at Young Thug like he the gangster, he the one, he'll never do this, he the boss, he this, he that. everybody looking at Gunna like he the singer, he the rapper, but at the same time, he not as tough as Young Thug, or don't give that image off, right? All the while, Gunna, see, let me tell you what type of snitching Gunna did, so y'all can understand that both of them still snitch. It don't matter. They both getting cooked over here. You understand me? You don't get no pass. Let me tell you the type of snitching Gunna did. The type of snitching Gunna did, taking a plea deal, is where they write it up. They basically type up the whole thing. They type up everything that's bad. They type up everything the people did, everything y'all did, everything that happened in it, saying that they know you did it, and it's there, and it's typed up real nice and simple. So when they ask you on the stand, were you there at the thing and you knew that YSL was the gang and you was not affiliated with them, but you know they was there? Yes or no? And he say yes, that's snitching. You might not be giving those specifics. You might not even break it down. You might not even give a detail. But if they say, if they type up, such as you and Jimmy went down to the store and took all the cash out of the cash register and then left and went back home and ate up and used all that cash and did whatever you want with it. You and Jimmy stole the cash from the store on 38th and 9th. Is that correct? And you say, yeah. That's snitch. That's what Gunna did. They asked him several questions, all on the paper, and he said yes to every question. Every one. You dry snitch. See, you can call it any type of snitch you want to call it. See, that's street code. I just learned you something right there. Yeah, street code, dry snitch. That's dry snitch. That's you not actually telling details, but you giving off a little something that say, yeah, they did it though. I'm not saying their names. I'm not saying who, but they did it though. You snitch. Some of y'all done did that at your job. You ain't say who. You ain't say when. You ain't even say where. But you say they did it though. And even if you see, like Skeptic said, he looked scared throughout his entire case. Honestly, if you looked at Young Thug, he looked nostalgic. He looked at more, you know, like not really an expression. You know what I mean? As if he knew he was talking and dry snitching and real snitching, and that he was gonna be good at some point. That's what he looked like. He looked unbothered, to be honest with you. He didn't look like, oh my God, my life might be in my hands, oh my God. No, he didn't look like Diddy in there. That boy looked like he was unbothered. Why? We all know, because you were snitched. Dry and wet. And then you try to make Gunna out to be the worst when both of y'all snitched. The worst case right now for Young Thug is the fact he even tried to make everybody else look bad. And he is the #1 bad boy today. Right now. Young Thug name is across the world as a snitch. And he will remain to be known. So I just want to know, what is Lil Baby saying to him? I want to know what your cousin's saying to you. I want to know what your OG them in the hood, when they found out this, what they say to you. I want to know what your little brother said to you. I want to know what your real homie said, that no snitches gets all stitches. Oh, yeah. I want to know. Because if he a snake, then they must be some little Geico lizards running around there on that same type of time. Because people in his camp are literally trying to save this. But let me tell you what just happened for real. Come close, because you about to know what really happened for real. See, here at No Filters, we bring it all the way real. We ain't got no feelings. We don't care about none of that. You know he got an album finna come out, don't you? I ain't here to promote it, though. I'm just telling you what's really happening for real. He got an album that's finna drop. You understand me? And this right here is the #1 humiliation ritual. This is the #1 humiliation of all time right here. This is one of. Just like Lil Nas X walking down the street in a diaper, he trying to come back and he need the attention of the people. He need all of us to keep speaking about him. So just like they see negativity, you got to understand in this world, if we see good, nobody's going to give that attention. They looking at that like you a tree hugger. Oh, look at that good stuff happening over there. Nobody cares about good stuff happening over there. Oh, look at them just doing right by themselves and other people. Look at them just doing right by people. Don't nobody care about that. But if you look over there and see somebody getting the shit smacked out of themselves, you see some woman getting robbed over here, you see some kid getting stolen over there, or even if you see gunshots down here, everybody like, whoa, wait, did you see that? Go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it. Did you see it? Did you see it work? Oh. And because of that, that is the main reason why we living in a time where bad is looked at as good and good is looked at as bad. And they're using that to promote music, to recharge artists, to drop the next album. You can't put an album not out today without having something that's going to grab the people so you know they can go listen to it. You say that again. You're not going to drop nothing if you don't have no attention on it. And they must have all the attention by doing something that's going to grab our attention that's bad, nasty, negative, or disgusting. And between Lil Nas X and Young Thug, that's bad, terrible, disgusting, sick, snitching. We can keep going down the list. But let me tell you what else crazy. Everybody that's against this today is still gonna go buy the album. That's the problem. Y'all still gonna go buy the shit. Still gonna go listen to it. You still wanna know what he's saying. Why? Because all y'all called Gunna a snitch, and you still listen to his album. You still was jamming to his song when he came right out. Because when he came right out, he put out an album. And everybody was going crazy to his songs, jamming to the... What? So if you did it for Gunna, I know you're going to do it for Young Thug. You better change what's going on today and put your foot down and stand on business and know if these people are snitching, they get stitches. That's it. They get no love. They don't get no respect. They get dismissed. And if you're not going to get rid of them, you better get away from them. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. Cooking in her so you can learn something.
Which, you know, a lot of people are half and half on it. I'm seeing like people who ain't in the game and saying that he ain't really snitching. I'm seeing people who are from the street saying, hey man, gonna snitch. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's kind of ironic in my opinion that, and I noticed this, there was a report that came out the other day that said that Young Thug had,
what's going on with you? Hit that like button, subscribe. I appreciate you pulling in, Cheyenne Maria.
From his arrest. And I noticed that as soon as that came out, because remember, this whole thing about Gunna has been out for a while now. People saying that Gunna's a rat, this, that, and the third. This interrogation video never was like pushed out there in the public, none of this. But now all of a sudden, since that one thing came out, now this interrogation video has hit the web. And people are going in. I've seen a lot of people make videos. I've seen the guy Nino Brown, all these guys saying that that they're calling this man, Young Thug, a snitch based off of his interrogation video. I saw the brother, Hood Educated. He did a video on this as well, shout out to Hood Educated. I mean, he says, hey man, you gotta call a spade. A spade is what he says. Now, to me, I think Atlanta is already upset that they could not pin down Young Thug in that case. And I think they've been itching to get this guy. As you already saw, they tried to pull him back in for some things that had happened, some statements, I believe, that had happened online before, that he made online. They tried to pull him back in. And because remember, he's on a probation, that's a strict probation. This probation, man, this guy can't rap about violence, he can't rap about guns, he can't rap. They basically stripped him of anything of rapping about any of this stuff, or else he'll violate his probation and send his ass to prison for all those years. All he had to do is have one violation, and he's out of here. They're gonna send his ass to prison. It's crazy work. See, Turner, what's good, homie? Salute. It's crazy work. What's going on? And y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in. And so Thug has been, online some, and a lot of people have been trying to, some people have been trying to say, hey, look, man, they think he just should fall back and not say much. But some people saying like he feel away and he gonna speak his mind, and they're saying, oh, he's not going too far. But when you're dealing with, saying the Atlanta Police Department and all these people that wanted that man down and out, to me, they're gonna look at it like he probably shouldn't say nothing at all, because anything that man say that they feel like is out of pocket, they're gonna try and pull it. But now, this is what I think. Since it was ruled he got all his stuff back, and now we're seeing all these things. Because listen, again, this whole gunner thing been going on for a minute now, since Young Thug got off that case. That interrogation video never hit the streets and people was going crazy like that, or it never blew up like it is now. This interrogation video blew up now since they awarded that man his stuff back. It almost seems like they want this nigga to crash out. And they want Young Thug to crash out, in my opinion, and to do something crazy that's gonna violate his probation. You know what I'm saying?
That's real
and
USA.
So they're watching every single thing he do. I wouldn't be surprised they had this man phone tapped. But this got to him. Because again, I said the whole internet was, I seen a dude, Nino Brown, on his YouTube channel, talking about this, man. I seen everybody. I seen AK just dropped a video about this. King AK-47. I seen everybody. Academics, Traveler Ross, Hood Educated. I seen anybody you can think about talking about this.
No filters.
Hood Educated went far to say, hey, look, man, when you talking to the police and you give them information they didn't know on somebody else, Hood Educated said that's snitching.
But to tell them, okay, that's what
he said, when you get a police information they didn't know, that's snitching. Nino Brown is straight up calling him this. Young Thug, I believe he got a whiff of some of these things people been saying online. Trap Lord Ross has been out here asking, oh, what's the difference between what Gunner did and what Thug did? Trap Lord Ross acting like, man, that dude must have 100 security guards the way he be talking.
CC in the building.
Trap Lord Ross be popping his shit. He know he a white boy, straight up, no question about it. But Thug came out and he responded to all this. Shout out to Say Cheese. He posted this. Young Thug said they didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother. Hashtag rap where. So he said he helped this guy, right? This is all over some things over a guy named Pee Wee. I forget his full name. But apparently, he went to court. Apparently, they saying that Thug said in the interrogation he commits crimes every day. You know what I'm saying? And so he is absolutely getting, bro, they going in all over social media. Bro, listen, all you gotta do is look at all your timeline. You gonna see this stuff. They going hard body. You understand what I'm saying? But even crazy ass Charleston White feel like he don't got into it, right? You got people online asking, Boosie, where is he at? They're saying that Boosie was loud about everything else except for this. A lot of people talking about this stuff online, man. A lot of people, bro. And I believe, me personally, that Atlanta want Young Thug to crash out so they could do what they originally wanted to do, which was lock him up. And I think that this is going to be the biggest test he go through of just ignoring the shit if he can. But the internet and the people online are not going to let it go, because a lot of people have fell into love again with Gunna because they love his music. They don't care about the snitching allegations. They love the music that Gunna is putting out here. You know what I'm saying? They like his albums. Even Charleston White don't came out here talking greasy now. Charleston White says, I thought street ninjas didn't talk to the police, though. What happened to I want a little present? This is what Charleston White said. And you know Charleston White, he ain't bite his tongue with nobody. That dude is, like I said, he on 100 at all times. But again, Young Thug, man, he is getting broke. This is the most criticism I've ever seen this guy get. And he felt it because he went online, he went off. He was like, hey man, they ain't putting my interrogation court, tape in court because I helped my brother. That's what he said.
How you help though?
You know what I'm saying? He said he ain't no rat. But you have a lot of people online and on the internet pressing this, which is why I feel like he probably made that statement that he made on his Twitter account, right?
Kids just can't get
That ain't making no sense. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We cooking in here. We're gonna figure this out the right way. Some ain't right.
Ready to eat in 60 seconds. Ooh, watch out, kid. That seems fine.
Chores are for Saturdays. Sundays are for reclining. Lazy boy, long live lazy.
Let's help you go back to school. Welcome.
Because we have the perfect recipe.
Store has all the information you need.
Whether you're going back to school or not.
Here's the tricky part. Now you got a lot of people pushing this now. A lot of people pushing this online. So what they're gonna have to say is, or what he's gonna have to do is, he's gonna have to dump all this smoke, y'all. He's gonna have to dump all this smoke. I'm talking about, when I say dump all this smoke, he's gonna have to just lay low, man. They watching him, bro. Trust me, the Atlanta Police Department is watching Young Thug. I guarantee you, they are praying this dude crashes out so they can lock him up. Fannie Wilson wanted to lock this dude up so bad. I promise you. How do you think this videotape leaked now? And they probably knew it was going to pick up. Listen to what I'm saying. I believe they want him to crash out, violate his probation, and they're going to lock his ass up. That's what I believe they want him to do. He is going to have to practice extreme. And I'm talking about his lawyers and all the other people's representatives. They're going to have to get behind this guy and say, hey, man, don't say nothing. Because they're going to keep coming. They're going to keep pushing this thing because a lot of people, like I told y'all, they have grown to Gunna again. Why? Because they like Gunna and like the music he's put out. So a lot of people don't like. You guys got to remember, a lot of these cats, they're not street cats. So they don't live by street rules. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're not from the streets, like myself and some of these other people, bro, them people don't care about them street rules. They care about whether or not they like that music or not.
Yeah, because you gotta understand, hit that like button, subscribe, we cooking. You gotta understand, man, you either a street ninja or you from the streets. The difference in being a street ninja than being just from the streets is when you a street ninja, you don't know nothing else outside of that. You live and breathe it. You understand? That's the only way you've ever gotten money was through the streets. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't repeated your clothes for that hustle, for that bag. About a week. All you know is the streets, and that's it. That's a street ninja. Now, a person that's from the streets is a person that your mama moved over there in that hood, and now you in that area, and you know of the streets, but you don't play in them streets. You don't run around in them streets. You not hustling in them streets. You not getting it in them streets. You ain't repeated your clothes in them streets. You ain't backdoored and came through the cut and got over here with a blockhead because you know the house around the corner, so you hitting the cut. You ain't done none of that. But you got partners that do that. You got real street ninjas that do that all around you. But you not no street ninja. But you from the streets. You understand me? Shout out to LMNOP becoming a member today. Shout out to you, family. You already know it's love. Always, fam, in the building, making sure we all up and through here. I appreciate you, family, becoming a member of our family here at No Filters. You already know Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. It's your boy Deala T and my fam at No Filters. We understanding today what's the street code. Are you from the streets? Or are you just a street ninja? It's a difference. And in this case right now, family, we understand the difference in Young Thug and them being from the streets. And everybody that's around him are not street ninjas. You understand? That's the problem. Because if they were street ninjas, there are no snitches get stitches. That's it. Street code. You understand? Hit that like button, subscribe. Let's go, fam. Shout out to my new members in the building.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. And that's a tricky situation. That's a tricky code, man, that the street cats live by, right? Because people can put you in any kind of situation they want to put you in based on how they feel about you. So now even Boosie's getting criticized online. I'm reading all these comments. Even Boosie is getting ripped to shreds online because everybody's like, where your response at, Boosie? That's what people are saying about Boosie. They're going in on Boosie, saying that Boosie is quiet. When T.I. had his allegations, they said Boosie jumped down T.I.'s neck without even confirming or looking at the paperwork.
Boosie got his own problems right now. Boy facing a gun charge. That's why he ain't talking.
A lot of people talking, man. There's a lot of stuff going on online right now, man. And they saying people is picking and choosing. Everybody saying a lot of these artists pick and choose sides between and now they're quiet now.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's be real. Let me just say this real quick, family. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is very interesting and very damn funny how we come in here Monday through Friday and cook these guys. Man, don't you think that's crazy work? For real, think about it, fam. I mean, literally, there is always something that needs to be addressed every day. I mean, like literally. And it amazes me how it's almost like the same old song, but it either has to do with a rapper, or artist, or an entertainer that's on that level. So if you ain't got it by now, that it's a duck. You lying to yourself on how you live in your own life. Because you can't look at these situations and think that we need a headline that says, Young Thug is a snitch. Hell, all I need to do is see him on tape. We gotta stop waiting on the headline. We gotta stop waiting on the message. We gotta stop waiting and call it like it is. If it walk like a duck and if it quack like a duck, damn it, it's a duck. And they need to get the hell out of here. Because we know what we're looking at. But yet they're going to let that AI, they're going to let that extra curriculum, they're going to let people just say what they want to say. And within a week, this going to be covered up as if this never really happened. And that ain't fair. Young Thug don't get to just crawl back in a hole and go be quiet somewhere while you over here talking about Gunna. You don't get to just go crawl back in a hole, stupid. You getting cooked all for the rest of the year and next year. And every day we see you from there. And don't get mad. See what Gunna did, Gunna went to the gym. He put on some pounds. He put on some muscles. Because they knew, we knew he snitched. We knew he dry snitched. So he went and put on some pounds because he knew people was going to pull his card right in front of him wherever he was at. The world was going to call you a snitch. At any gas station, restaurant, concert, award show, I don't care. That's how we should be doing these people. We should hold them accountable because they'll hold us accountable. So now you're going to have Young Thug out here mad because people going to be calling him a snitch left and right. And by the way, he put on dresses. Who the hell worried about Young Thug? Just like y'all worried about some Diddy. You worried about Diddy. Them boys wear dresses. Them boys like looking at men. What you talking about? Worried about no Young Thug? And he know that too. He know ain't nobody worried about him. So every chance we get, if I ever see Young Thug in my life, I'm calling him a snitch to his face. Spit on me, throw something at me, whatever you want to do. Security can push me, get into it with me. We gonna boot up all whatever we doing. I don't care. You snitch, boy. And you gonna hear it every day of your life. And who finna back him up? Lil Baby? Lil Baby? Have y'all seen Lil Baby lately? Who worried about Lil Baby? Who worried about a man who called himself Little and Baby? I'm a grown-ass man, dog. Y'all over there snitching, and you're okay with it because ain't nobody doing nothing to him about it. So they don't get no pass. Oh, you ain't seen them, skeptic? Yeah. You better go Google it. You better go look it up right now. Who worried about some Lil Baby and some Young Thug? And y'all got these guys riding with y'all? These little dudes, y'all got little dudes and men riding with y'all? Wearing dresses and snitching on people, and these guys is with y'all? What they say about y'all that's at the house with them, chilling with them? Man got a whole dress on, coming outside, but he swear he'll kill and shoot up the club. What? What sense do that make? I'll wait. Boy, putting on dresses, but he'll shoot the club up. What? Your boy putting on dresses, but he'll shoot the club up. I be like, what? I don't even know what you're supposed to call it. What is that? Oh my God, don't even know what to call them right now. Wearing dresses, but to shoot the club up. What?
He said, man, it's all about who you like. But I personally think that Atlanta, somehow, some way, that interrogation video got out now. Remember this, Thug just got all his stuff back. that they seized from him. He got all his stuff back right after he get his stuff back. Not before, because remember this gun stuff been going on. So this videotape could have came out at any time. This videotape could have been came. This videotape could have been come out. Think about what I'm saying to y'all now. Smash the like button, y'all come on in here. That videotape could have been come out all this time. But since he got his stuff back and Atlanta already had a failed attempt to get him locked back up on his probation, now it seems like, hey man, they want the full crash out. I think they don't think that Young Thug can handle not crashing out. That's what I think. I think they want him to do one thing. I think they want him to make one online threat or something to violate him. Because remember, he has strict probation rules, right? And I'm gonna read them to you right now. Right? I'm gonna read them to you right now, right? Because Young Thug, they gave him some strict probation. And if he violates this, bro, man, and I'm talking about, bro, the probation rules they gave this dude, bro. Have you ever heard some, bro, they told this man he can't even rap about nothing. Can't rap about no streets. Can't rap about nothing. Can't talk about, he can't, man, basically, man, he got to go, they're basically saying he got to go the gospel route. That's what Atlanta's trying. Now let me read this to you guys. So Young Thug was sentenced to 15 years of probation back on October 31st of last year after pleading guilty to gang, drug, and gun charges as a part of a plea deal in the YSL RICO case.
Appreciate it. Glove 300 is all love. You already know, hit that like button, subscribe, we cooking,
This is
fam.
why I try to tell y'all, man. Bro, they want this dude to crash out, man. So his terms are this, y'all. He's banned from the metro Atlanta area, meaning Young Thug is prohibited from residing or visiting the metro Atlanta area as defined by the U.S. Census Bureau for the first 10 years of his probation. Exceptions are allowed for specific family events, such as weddings, funerals, graduations, or medical emergencies. But he must leave within 48 hours after these events. He is also permitted to visit his house in Atlanta home for up to 2 weeks at a time, up to 4 times a year, provided he notifies his probation officer at least 5 days in advance and remains violation-free for the first 3 years of his probation. That means he can't have no violation. But here's the thing. If he get any violation, they're gonna send his ass back, they're gonna send his ass to prison. So they saying if he stay violation-free, if he gets any violations, he goes back to prison. And they're gonna hit him with the whole meal. Also, anti-gang and anti-gun presentation. Young Thug is required to return to Atlanta 4 times annually. Think about this. They banned him from Atlanta, but he's required to go back to Atlanta 4 times each year to deliver presentations on anti-gang and anti-gun violence at schools or community organizations.
Wow.
These presentations count towards his mandatory 100 hours of community service each year for the duration of his 15-year probation, which ends in 2039. I want y'all to think about this. This man got to walk the straight and narrow until 2039. And they got this out here right now, and I'm hearing a lot of people saying, hey man, this dude gonna crash out, bro.
I love
and a lot of people
it.
don't think he's gonna make it because it's gonna be so much.
I almost just, oh my God, because I'm just drinking water and that man just said his probation is over in 2039. So you telling me he ain't gonna have no bumps or bruises before 2039? through. This is 2025, man. Man said 2039. He gotta not do nothing till then, fam, just to be off and free. What? Oh, man, 2039. Yeah, that's what that is. Lori in the building. I'm glad you're here, fam. Get better, get better. He cooked. 2039, he going down sometime. Because that's 2039, fam. He gonna have to be in the house and going to church. That's it for him to get off by 2039. You understand me? With no problems. What? You ain't lying, skeptic. I'll wait. That like, button, subscribe, we cooking in here. Like fam said, Poppy Pass say he bound to screw up. You ain't lying? He do. 2039. What you ain't gonna do? You telling me that boy finna have between 2025 and 2039, he gonna have the best years of his life, his glory years? No. I don't know how that's gonna work for G. He said 2039.
On his name. When he had built, a reputation of being anti-snitch, anti-rat. Right? So they said he used to have no contact with any gang members or co-defendants. So they said Young Thug is barred from knowingly associating with any members or associates of criminal street gangs.
So even if he pull up on his partner, they're gonna lock him up.
Or other defendants named in the YSL indictment, except for his brother and rapper Gunner, due to pre-existing contractual obligations. He's prohibited on gang activity. He's not allowed to promote any criminal street gang or gang activity, including using hand signs, terminology, or language associated with gangs. Do y'all not know what this does? Let me tell y'all what this does effectively. This is what Atlanta did. I'm gonna tell y'all something. He got probation, but they shut down his career without telling y'all. They shut down his career. Here's why they shut down his career. Think about this, y'all. We haven't seen a new album yet from Thug come out. But, let me say this. But, a lot of artists will go to performances, they'll do clubs, they'll do stadiums, and they'll do their hits.
Poppy Pad would have done the time, really.
Well, Thug can't do that.
That's what YFE and Lucci
He can't
did.
think about this. He can't earn any money promoting all of the hit tracks he's had before. They cut that. They literally cut. What they tried to do, in my opinion, is destroy his entire career.
And then think about this. And then think about this. Shout out to Gia just pulled up in the building. You already know what it is. Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking in here. And then think about this. Promoters ain't gonna want to sign him because they know if they sign Young Thug to do a show at their club, people want to get at him for snitching. People gonna be bugging him for snitching. He's not gonna have a regular show. That's real. He's not gonna have that. Shout out to you, Skeptic. I appreciate you know his look. But it's just the fact that he's not gonna have a regular show. So if a promoter book him, it's not happening. You understand? It's gonna be confusion. It's gonna be fights. It's for being a snitch. He just shut his own career down. Police ain't do it. They gave him all those guidelines and all of that. But when he just snitched, he just shut his own career down. Hit that like button, subscribe, family. Cooking in here. Let's go.
Cut off all your bread, dog. And if you say something crazy, we're gonna lock your ass back up. And it's, to me, they want him to get pushed off this edge. That's the only reason why I think this came out right now. Because everybody talking about, oh, it's because of Gunner. If it was because of Gunner, it then came out. Gunner, that whole stuff with Gunner been going on since Young Thug beat Case. Why didn't it come out then? Why did it just come out when he was awarded his stuff back? So he beat the First time they tried to run him back down, he beat that, right? They tried to get him on violation of his probation. He beat that for some things he put online. I guess some tweet he put online or whatever. I know Fannie Willis, somebody was upset and went in, boom, boom, boom. But, right? Think about what I'm saying now. He can't even perform none of his old tracks. He literally.
He can only make music for the women.
What he do is go to Barney type raps.
He can only make music for women.
I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. He can't do no type of like sign, no type of anything.
He got to do Barney music.
You know what I'm saying?
I love you.
And when you're an artist like that, man, and they take your like your lane or whatever you're doing, and they take that creativity with a great big bro, that's just damage a whole lot of cash.
Yeah, Barney, that's what he got to do.
I mean, ain't too much you can keep saying about cars, clothes, women. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with making music for women, but all his songs is not for women.
I'm just telling y'all, man. They tried to destroy this. They tried to make sure. So basically, they know that rap is his career, but they try to destroy his career, destroy his income and everything. Try to make sure this guy can't come back ever. And by the time his 15 years is up, they're gonna be like, he's gonna be irrelevant by that time.
Cause we heard his music, we all know.
As far as musically, so that's why, you know what I'm saying? To me, you know, and here's the thing, it's tricky about him even getting into a podcast and get his own show, because if he say something they don't like, they gonna rack his ass up. Think about that. He can't even, as hot as the podcast game is right now, Thugger could have came out and got into the podcast game. Right?
Oh no, you don't know Gia, but fam knows.
Got into the podcast game.
Get yourself
He
together.
can't even do that. Because if he says something on the podcast that they don't like or they feel like is within a violation, they can ring him up. He's subject to random drug testing. He must submit to random drug tests to ensure compliance with probation terms, testing positive for drugs, including, I want y'all to think about this. This is the craziest part. If he tests positive for drinking alcohol, he can violate his probation. Listen, let me say this.
Wow.
He must submit to random drug tests to ensure his compliance with probation terms, testing positive for drugs, including alcohol or marijuana, could result
in a
violation.
Here we go, fam.
This is mandate on his helmet. Now think about this, y'all. No firearm possession, period. He's prohibited from possessing firearms during his probation. However, he's allowed to be around licensed individuals, such as security personnel or law enforcement who carry firearms. Yeah, he's a celebrity figure. I mean, that's going to be normal. He's waived his Fourth Amendment.
Let's get you right, Gia. Let's get you right. You know, when you in here with your boy Deala T and my family at No Filters, we got receipts. We have Young Thug on camera talking to the police saying all of this. What do you not know that's factual? This is not a conversation. This is facts. The man is on camera talking to the police, telling them this whole life. What are you talking about?
Rights. He has waived his Fourth Amendment rights, meaning his person, residence, vehicles, and electronics are subject to searches at any time.
Oh no, he said so, not me.
Without suspicion. Reasonable suspicion. Anytime. Think about this. He don't even have no rights. I'm telling y'all, in my opinion, they want this nigga to crash out. So they can come for any reason. They ain't even gotta have a reason. They can say, look, I just want to come search your shit today, man. Open your shit up. Let me see everything. They can go in his house every day they want and ransack that shit and check everything, and he can't do nothing.
What you on, man?
Just if they get a hunch, they can do that. Think about what I just said to y'all. So you can't drink alcohol pretty much.
Can't do nothing.
You can't get high.
Can't do nothing.
They can search any of your things anytime they want. based off how they feel, right? And there's nothing you can do about it because you've given up your Fourth Amendment rights. Community service. In addition to the anti-violence presentations, again, he has to complete 100 hours of community service each year for the duration of his probation. He's permitted to travel domestically and internationally for work-related purposes, such as music performances. But make sure you hit that like button and subscribe while you're here. The Atlanta band. Well, here's the thing. Y'all already cut off his arms with his music. What is he going to perform? Nothing. What are the old track? Go listen to every single Young Thug track. They literally tried to cut this man's entire career off. There's nothing he can talk about. He can't even go on tour because if he goes on tour and does any of the songs that he had before, they're going to try to watch. They're going to try and violate him on that shit. They really gave him a raw deal. They're not playing on this. Shout out Maya in the building. Social media restrictions. While not explicitly detailed as a condition, you ain't lying, Poppy. 2025 incident involving a social media post. She said if he sneezed wrong, he done. You ain't lying. If he walked wrong, he done. Prosecutors allege that Young Thug violated his probation by reposting an image. Drew Santana in the building. What's good with you, my G? Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking, family. Office. Although the judge declined to revoke his probation, she cautioned him to exercise restraint on social media to avoid future violations. You know what that means? That means if he says something on social media again, after he don't been warned, they can jam him up, man. I'm telling you it's coming, bro. Better tell her, Nene. Get some order. I can feel it. So the sentence structure and consequences. Young Thug's total sentence, y'all, was 40 years, with 5 years commuted to time served. You talking about me? For over the 900 days. You talking about me, Nene? Custody, followed by 15 years of probation. If he completes probation without violations, a backloaded 20-year prison sentence will be commuted. However, any violation could result in him serving another full 20 years. Think about this. So even if he get off probation. Oh, I thought they was trying to hate on us. They trying to hate on you now. And don't get nothing. He only gets 20 of those 40 years chopped down. That means if he still violates after that, they can still yank him up and say, hey man, you gotta do 20 years. He's never getting off probation. Plus, additional penalties for the violation itself. Under Georgia law, he may be eligible to request for early termination of probation after 3 years if he remains violation free. So he has to stay violation free for 3 years. See how they is skeptic. See how they come and skeptic. The probation taken off of him, right? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Hold up. Let's get order. Let's get order in here. You gotta watch your mouth when you're talking to my fam. We're giving you a moment to get yourself in order, But if we don't see that in order in that moment, you will be not here. Understand that. Watch your mouth. When you coming in my house talking to my fam. Understand that I don't. But watch your mouth when you coming in talking to my fam. You talk that shit to me, fine. But watch your mouth when you're talking to my fam. However many days, the first day after 300 years, I'm going to apply. I wouldn't say, you wouldn't hear from me, I wouldn't say a word. I would not say a word. The streets would not hear from me. I just have my money, whatever money I had. We're going to get into some businesses and stuff like that, real estate. If you ain't already into that, hopefully you're in stuff like that, man. I'm telling you, man. In my opinion, they want this man to crash out, bro. Because everybody's going in on it. Everybody's going in on it. Bro, my whole timeline is full of this. They all saying that this guy is a snitch. All these people saying he's a snitch. And I know he is fuming and steaming about this. But what can he do? You know they tapping his phone. You know they got his shit bug. They watching everything he do. They want this nigga to do something crazy. They want him to talk to the wrong person. They want him to say the wrong thing. They want him to do something to violate his probation. I'm telling y'all this. That is the only reason why, in my opinion, this video came out right now.
That don't make no sense.
More waves for less.
Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. We still cooking.
Cooking for less. More trails for less.
Hit that like button, subscribe. We cooking. Don't forget. $2 raffles. Cash App pin at the top of the chat. The super chat pin at the bottom of the chat. $2 raffles. Today the last day. Tomorrow the winners will be announced. 1 male, 1 female will win. No filter shirt. Signed by your boy Dealatofficial. Let's go, family.
They want to antagonize this dude. Straight up. And I'm not saying the video is new. I'm saying it's out here new to the general public. The interrogation video. Nobody had put this out here at this level of mainstream. I told you guys this. I seen academics. I seen Trap Lord Ross. Those are the first ones I seen mentioning this. And then I seen a lot of other people just going in, especially today. And then, like I said, Young Thug went up, and I knew Young Thug wasn't going to be able to bite his tongue on this shit, bro. It's too many people talking about this online. And you know he's watching the online, social media. So I know he was hot about this, right? So they said, right, these conditions are notably strict with significant implications for his personal and professional life, particularly the Atlanta band. Given his deep ties to the city's music scene, the terms reflect the prosecution's focus on curbing alleged gang activity, with prosecutors emphasizing his significant influence as a public figure. Yeah, they basically have tried to cancel this guy as far as
that part
without telling y'all that. That's basically what they done. They basically eliminated it. They know what he rap about. So what they say is they want to disarm you. You ain't gonna talk about none of that. Right? So they want him to talk about some. And listen, somebody says, you know who leaked that video? Well, guess who has those videos? The police department. The police department are the ones who have these videos. The police departments are the ones who have to release these type of videos, and they're the ones who have to release those body cam videos. Somebody inside the police department. That is police information, confidential information. So when that's released, it came from somewhere inside of the police the police department. That's it. There ain't no question about it. I mean, there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about this shit. And y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in here. There's no way around this.
If Thug didn't snitch, which we know he did, at the end of him snitching, he told the police and said, y'all can't say nothing. I'm going to give y'all my personal number, but y'all can't tell, y'all can't not go public. This is what Young Thug said. He said, y'all cannot go public with what I'm finna tell y'all. And he said he was giving them his personal number. This is him giving detective feds his personal number, telling them to not tell us, you and me, publicly, of what he did and said, interrogation, snitching. Crazy work.
Right? But, I mean, bro, this is the first time I've seen so many people going in on Young Thug, man. And, you know, Hood Educated said on this video, man, he said, hey, man, look, man, Hood Educated feel like Young Thug the same as what he called Gunner. He said he called a spade. I seen Nino Brown ain't biting his tongue on none of this stuff. I seen AK just drop a video, Voice the Streets. I seen, man, a lot of people talking about this, man. I told y'all, Trap Lord Ross kept pushing this the other day, talking about something. Hey, man, what's the difference between this and Gunner? What's the difference between this and Gunner? I was like, what? His mic kept messing up and like getting cooked during the streaming of it. So I had to stop watching it. But this is the hottest thing on the internet right now. Hottest thing on the internet right now, man. Right? So again, people on the internet is upset because they're saying that, hey, Young Thug went after Gunna, calling him all kind of rats because he said
hit that like button, subscribe, we cooking, fam.
And blah blah blah. Even though he didn't directly point an individual out and say, hey, he broke the law, he did this, he did that to get them locked up. But guys like Hood Educators guys say, hey man, Young Thug did the same thing in that interrogation video. He says that when you give information that's not asked for, that can help incriminate anybody else in any way, that's telling.
That part, skeptic.
And so I already know, I said, man, this nigga right here, I said, bro, ain't no way Thug going for this. Man, I know that nigga is seething right now. I know he want to say something, but I hope he don't because I'm telling you.
But what he gonna say? He said on Twitter that he didn't say nothing.
They waiting. I promise y'all, they waiting. I feel like they threw this cheese out as far as come get it. We want you to crash out so we can go ahead and do what we've been wanting to do, which is lock you up. That's what they've been wanting to do. They've been wanting to lock him up. Right?
Wow.
So they gave his ass a raw deal. That deal he got, that probation deal, is nuts. Right? But again, they want to shut his career down. I've been telling y'all this 1,000 times. So now we're going to have to see, man. And I'm going to ask y'all in the comment section, how do y'all feel about this? Do y'all feel like, y'all let me know down in the comment section, man. Do y'all feel like Young Thug did not tell? Or do y'all feel like, hey, man, he broke the code, he told? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Man. Young Thug said, man, listen, man. This is exactly what he said. I'm put up here again for y'all to read his comment. Right? And then, like I said, I ain't even put all the other messages up there. I just put his up there in Charleston White.
Look at this mess.
But he says, they didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother. Hashtag rat where?
They didn't play the interrogation video in court because he said, please don't tell the public what I said. So all of the snitching he did for 2 hours, what you mean you helped your brother? How you helped your brother? Who you helped? I'm trying to understand, who did you help by talking for 2 hours? And for them not to play your interrogation video in the courtroom, all of you all were interrogated. They didn't play none of their videos at all. All of you all got plea deals in some way or shape, form, or fashion or other. So what's the difference in they didn't play your plea, they didn't play your interrogation, your snitching in court? So you're not a snitch because they didn't play your tape in court. So now that we see your tape and it's not in court, it's just in the streets now, you don't consider yourself no snitch. The nerve of you, fam. See, this is how people talk when they come out all amp and being thug and tough and street and all that. Then you get caught on that janky. Now we know you janky and you a snitch. So now you want to be like, oh, well, they didn't see me telling in public. Or they didn't tell nobody I told, but they know I said something. Or they didn't play the tape in court, so I ain't no snitch. You stupid mother, what? I could have kicked this camera. I was finna raise up and kick this whole, boy, when I tell you I was finna kick everything. The fact that you can come up with all these excuses to make it look like you're not. I'm going to tell you what's best for Thug. He should have said, you know what? You right. I did that. And I'm going to take that on the chin. And I'm going to stand on business and say, yeah, I did that. Now, for whatever reasons you did it for, it's the fact that you can stand on business and say, yeah, I did that. And for those that don't rock, I get it. I was in a tight place. They got so much shit on me. I probably would have been buried under the jail if I didn't do that. See, I would have respected that more to know that you know what you just did. And you taking it on the chin. And if he would come out and say that, the people would still buy his records, still do this, and still be that. If he came out and said that. But he not going to do it. The reason why I know, because he just sat up in there and said, oh, they didn't play my stuff in court, so who the snitch? So that means he finna come up with 1,000 things to say he not no snitch. This is sad, Poppy's Pad. This is sad, Skeptic. This is sad, Mona. This is so sad, Nene. It's so sad. So sad, Lord. Because people are not going to literally change from this. See, there's actually never no change from these discussions. There's no change from these problems. There's no change in our curriculum of what we're doing. Even though we continue to cook these people daily, Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. It's your boy Deala T and my family, No Filters. Cooking them daily. But yet there's still no change from the lessons we learning from this stupid shit going on. So I tell you again, I ain't here for likes, not here for views. I'm here for you to subscribe, because I need you to understand that it's more than become a member and a fan to understand Monday through Friday how important the message is. Yet we cook. And I'm a little more seasoned in the kitchen. So you're going to taste what I'm talking about. You understand me? But at the end of the day, it's the message that must hold you and grab you and hold on to you, for you can tell your kids what's going on today so we can have a better tomorrow. You understand me? Let me say that again for the people in the back. It's a reason why we do what we do here, to cook. And mine is a little more seasoned. That means it tastes good when you hear me talking. But we're doing it for the changes of the day that affect my kids tomorrow. Because there's always a mirror of my family. Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Always with your boy Deala T, my family. And this is No Filters. Good night, family. Be safe.